Let's put this out there right away. I'm a big fan of Christmas and Christmas music too. I love, all the old stuff from Nat King Cole and Johnny Mathis, Bing Crosby, of course, White Christmas and all that. Dean Martin, I love a lot of his stuff at Christmas time. And of course, Andy Williams. Heard this all the time as a kid. Still hear it today, and it still sounds great. I like a lot of the newer stuff too. The Killers, Gwen Stefani, Dropkick Murphys, even Michael Bublé, I admit it. Of course, the Bowie-Bing collaboration in 1977, Peace on Earth, Little Drummer Boy, one of my all-time favorites. But you know what? There's also a lot of crappy Christmas tunes out there, and it's more fun to talk about those, so let's do that. Now, some of them you might not be overly familiar with, and there is good reason for that. They stink. John Denver's Please Daddy, Don't Get Drunk This Christmas Eve. Cyndi Lauper's Christmas Conga. Yeah, it's worse than you could even imagine. Iggy Pop's version of White Christmas. I love Iggy, but no, Iggy, shouldn't have done that. Lady Gaga's awful EDM synth mess, something called Christmas Tree. There's also a song by the Cheeky Girls called Boys and Girls Christmas Time Love. Yuck. And oh yeah, Jessica and Ashley Simpson together, the sisters teaming up for a 2004 duet on The Little Drummer Boy, which Rolling Stone named the worst ever Christmas song, saying the Simpson sisters put all their sisterly power into it. Like they're saying, you already think this thing sucks? Just you wait. Yeah, I agree. Not surprisingly, a lot of people have mentioned Paul McCartney's 1979 hit, Wonderful Christmas Time, as being an awful song. It's not great. It's overplayed. I'm not going to say it's awful, but I could live without it. I will say that also. Same deal with Band-Aids. Do They Know It's Christmas from 1984? Yeah, I do have it, so I guess I liked it at one point. But even Bob Geldof, who wrote it, said it's a pretty awful song. Tiny Tim actually wrote and recorded a song in the early 1980s, the early days of the AIDS crisis, called For Real, Santa Claus Has Got the AIDS This Year. The subsequent line being, he won't be round to spread Christmas cheer. Check it out, or better yet, don't check it out. Now, I asked friends on Facebook recently to give me some of what you guys and gals would consider to be dreadful Christmas songs. And you mentioned some of the ones that I mentioned already and some others that absolutely qualify. But I will have to absolutely disagree with those of you who mentioned Jingle Bell Rock and Springsteen's Christmas tunes also. Yeah, they might be overplayed, but they're also pretty damn good, at least in my opinion. Now, a lot of the ones you did mention happen to be on my personal list of awful Christmas songs, and they seem to have animals in the title in many cases. There's, of course, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Yeah, I'll be okay if I never hear that one again. I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas from back in the 1950s, I believe. I didn't even like that one when I was a little kid. Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chipmunk Song from their Christmas album. I guess I did like this at one point because I somehow have the album. Oh, well. Oh, I can't forget the Barking Dogs or the Singing Dogs, whatever they were called, in their bark-filled version of Jingle Bells. That one's rough. See what I did there? Oh, yeah, another novelty song on my list is one from 1960, Lou Monte's Dominic the Donkey. Yeah, another animal song, which one reviewer called a spiritual cousin to the Chicken Dance song and the Christmas equivalent to Shut Up You Face. I agree. Oh, somebody mentioned that depressing as hell song, The Christmas Shoes, from a group called New Song, the tearjerker about a little boy on Christmas Eve who wanted to buy a pair of fancy shoes for his dying mother. To quote Rolling Stone, you hear this song in the car and wonder whether you should dive out the window or just set the whole car on fire. Yep. Well, I'll be listening to a whole bunch of Christmas music over the next few days, but none of the ones I just mentioned, at least not intentionally. Merry Christmas, everybody.